Hi, everybody. Welcome. Question: why does my teacher hate me? This is from a student point of view, or I would say a student perspective. And this is specifically for students in India and more particularly in Tamil Nadu. Now, it is imperative to have a very good relationship with your teacher because they are imparting you what is called as knowledge. Before I could give you these details, I would uh, like to have you subscribe to this channel if you would like to learn more about different dimensions of life. Okay, and don't forget to press the notification button. Okay, moving on, as I mentioned to you, it is imperative to have a very good working cordial relationship with your teacher. The reason is, of course, it is said that whilst as a student, the percentage of time spent in a classroom setup is around 70 percentage. That means you are seeing your teachers on and off. So when you develop a bad blood with your teacher, your entire time in your school becomes bitter, and that is not advisable. So when there is bad blood, learning gets impaired. So you have to know the cause for this effect because every situation has a cause and an effect, and you have to identify what has really caused this untoward bad blood between you and your teacher. Okay, moving on. I would give you three reasons for that. Number one, you are always with that group of students who are constantly disturbing the teacher's lesson process. Look, you might say that you are not involved with the group, but yet you are found to be seated among them. Of course, you might say that you were allotted that seat, but you can very well go and represent your case with your head teacher and move out from that place because it doesn't not matter whether you are directly involved in disturbing the class or not, but you are found with the group. And once you're found with a group, you are identified with that group, and your characteristics, no matter good or bad, is equated against the characteristics or with the characteristics of the group that is called to be as troublemakers. So if you want to move ahead with your life, you have to sever all relationships with that group of students who are involved in disturbing the teacher. Why do I say? Because your life matters on this. The very fact that you have clicked the video shows that you are a serious person, right? You would like to know the reason for the hatred between you and your teacher. Okay, reason number two, it is by default, teachers always are drawn towards students who do their homeworks well and who show keen interest in learning and in the process of learning. And it is imperative for you to put your efforts into learning and display characteristics that are likable or identified with those people who are studious in nature. Look, it does not matter what you were in your past until this time, but from today, from this minute onwards, you take a step to change your operational mode because the moment you make the decision, your life changes. People will identify who you are within a matter of time, and in no time, the teacher who has been found to be hating you would start to draw close to you and help you and aid you and contribute towards your progress, because it is always good to have cooperation from your teachers, because once you have cooperation from your teachers, they would go extra mile to help you, because the more knowledge that you obtain, remember one thing, just by reading books you don't get knowledge. Of course you would get part of it, but the entire outer dimensions, thinking outside the box, you need somebody to explain concepts, right? So that's a reason a teacher student direct interaction plays a vital part, at least during school times, to some extent, if not to a major extent. But whilst your time in school, ensure that you have a good working relationship with your teacher. Okay, the third reason, as I mentioned to you, you have to understand this case. Look, if you were the only person experiencing this, or there are other students also experiencing this attitude issues with the teacher, because it is imperative to understand that not all teachers are considered to be as teachers, because most of them now are opting for this job just because they have no other option to become a gainful person employed with a gainful employment. So because of that, many are opting to this area, because we don't have qualified teachers now, for many reasons, which I would indicate in the next video. So coming to the point, you have to note if the teacher that you have issues with, is that an isolated case, or it's generally occurring among other students also, because as I mentioned to you, teachers do have attitude issues also. They have issues with their child or with their spouse, and with their finances, with their mortgage and with their bank loans, and they would try to express their anger towards the students, and also with their colleagues. They would have issues with their colleagues, or with even the head teacher, or with the principal. So those issues are directly transferred to the students, right? So if you are having issues with such a type of teacher, then I would suggest you just ignore and do your job. That's it. You don't need to take it to your heart. So I've indicated three vital issues which you can monitor and reform yourself, refine yourself, transform yourself to be a studious and a meticulous student. My best wishes. Thank you. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Have a wonderful night, people. Bye bye.